Zach, you guys aren't playing the Chiefs. It's the Ravens. You didn't have to do that. Now your season's over. Yeah, roll the highlights.
Corey Dillon, the Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl champions.
Looking for the end zone and finding it. Chase Brown for the touchdown. Burrow, deep drop. Burrow down the sideline, and that's incomplete. The coverage is good. First and goal. Lamar. Wide open. Nelson Aguilar, touchdown.
Ball on the left, safety over top.
Burrow looks that way. Flushed out. Throws. Caught in the end zone. Fires. Caught. Chase. Trying to chase him down. And they cannot. Touchdown. Brown again. Fighting his way. Ball is out. Ball is out. Ravens think they did. Backing up. Backing away. Under pressure. And down the sideline he goes. Lamar Jackson, can he sideline? Do they give it to Henry? Indeed they do. And he backs his way in. Had to avoid Ricard as well, the fullback. Meanwhile, the pass is caught. Wallace makes the grab. Wallace down the sideline. Wallace is going to go all good. Tucker for the point after. And of all the guys, at one, get it off. Again going deep. And that's incomplete. Pressure. Wide open. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. Jackson. Struts it. And tonight, turning his head on a dime. Burrow going deep. Getting free. Chase. Look at this. Jackson. Running around. Little jump pass. Touchdown. Bateman. Deep drop. Under pressure. Throws. He's got Chase again. And Chase to the 23, but he's to the right side. Looks that way. Throws that way. Caught. Chase. Josephich to the right side. Chase to the left side. To the right side he goes. Incomplete at the goal line.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Funaville. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the Week 10 Thursday Night Football recap. And of course, before we get into all this nonsense, I gotta first talk about Kirk Herbstreit's dog Ben passing away. I mean, that's just sad. But yeah, I guess moment of silence. Rest in peace, Ben. Okay. Now get into the actual game. This game was nothing short than crazy. Obviously, the Ravens moved to 7-3 with a 35-34 win at home over the Cincinnati Bengals. Now completing the season sweep over the Bengals for the first time again with Joe Burrow actually playing games, and I guess a little bit. Of course, the Bengals fall to 4-6. They have yet to be at 500 this entire season, which still eludes me how that's possible. But still, of course, they went for 2 and they got the loss. I tried to make something going on there, but yeah, didn't really happen. I think they should have went for the extra point, even though, again, the Ravens had scored 28 points in the second half, which is ridiculous. But, of course, yeah, the Bengals, they went for the win, and they got the loss, obviously. But, again, it's not the end of the world if you're a Bengals fan. Again, yeah, I said your season's in a pretty bad spot, but that is true. 4-6 is not going to get you anywhere, but, hey, it's definitely possible to do something with, I'll tell you that. Again, going to LA next week to play on the Chargers is a virtual must-win. Of course, no, it is a must-win. The Ravens have to play in Pittsburgh. That's why they wanted to win this one. That's all I'll say. I think that again, they've struggled in Pittsburgh with Lamar as their quarterback. At least the past 2 times because they've lost both of those games. I don't know why we're going on to that. Wait, 2020, did they lose that? No, they lost that too, but he wasn't playing. Yeah, he hasn't really played in Pittsburgh too much. They almost lost back in 2019, of course, when the, I think, again, we'll get to the Ravens in a second. We'll just get to that later. Whatever, though. Joe Burrow is 34 of 56 for 428 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yeah, he cooked up to say the least. He got a bunch of fantasy points. He has definitely been a fantasy level quarterback to say the least this year. Yeah, he's been again most passing touchdowns combined or tied for that against a single team in NFL history or something like that. Yeah, but Joe Burrow obviously with 9 touchdowns, Lamar with 8. Again, it's pretty dominant, of course. Chase Brown, 13 for 42, 3.2 yards per carry, as well as a touchdown on Chase Brown. He, of course, fumbled as well, so not a great game from him overall, but considering how that turned into a boat race in the second half, kind of got to expect that. Ja'Marr Chase, technically this wasn't his best career game, so anyone who says, yeah, this was a career game for him, well, you're just wrong, because he did this against the Chiefs a couple years ago, too. And, oh, yeah, by the way, I know, we'll wait for that, too. But, yeah, Ja'Marr Chase was fantastic. Of course, 70-yard touchdown, I don't know what the heck happened on that one. 5-yard touchdown, of course, to tie the game up, which it should have been. And then the 67-yard touchdown, which reminded me of his touchdown back in Week 4 that he had against the... Heck, were they even playing against? Oh yeah, they were playing against the Panthers. So yeah, but again, if you're the Chargers next week, look out for that play. Maybe have Dan Henley, of course, the Chargers starting linebacker, drop back a little bit so that hole doesn't open up. Chase Brown's the second leading receiver. Tanner Hudson got targeted way too much, caught a touchdown though. Mike Gesicki was getting open but still didn't get the football, so that's only the one grip on Joe Burrow. And Zach Taylor, and the OC, I can't remember his name, and the O-line, because they weren't great. But still, Joe Burrow cooked up. And yeah, Ja'Marr Chase had a ridiculous game. Of course, now the most receiving yards against one team in a single season, unfortunately, like 430-something. It's ridiculous. Of course, in the 2-game span, and of course now first receiver in NFL history to have 260, 10-plus, 3 touchdown games, I guess. Defensively, Jermaine Pratt was pretty good, 8 tackles. Again, in coverage, he could have been better, but I still don't think he played that bad. Logan Wilson struggled to contain. Outside of that, though, he did make a couple nice plays in zone. Jordan Battle was not great. Cam Taylor, it's Cam Taylor Britt. He was out there. B.J. Hill also with 4 tackles. Outside of that, though, they didn't really get much pressure, which is the biggest thing. Basically because Trey Henderson was really isolated a lot on the outside, and obviously they double teamed him a lot, and yeah, it kind of worked, and also kind of like redirected him in a way. But yeah, fantastic up front. Of course, Lamar got the ball out pretty quick too. Not many. Again, he also scrambled obviously, but 25-33, 294 touchdowns for him. I mean, guys, you might just say he's better than Mahomes during the regular season. At least record-wise, he's very close. I don't know exactly if he is, but definitely very close. And obviously, you got to realize, guys, he's on track to win 3 MVPs, and that's just something in itself. Derrick Henry, 16 for 68 and a touchdown, obviously 4.2 yards per carry. Arguably his worst game of the season. No, probably second or third worst. I think it's safe to say he's not going for 2,000 yards this year, but that's what you got with Derrick Henry. Tylan Wallace had an 84-yard touchdown. It reminded me a lot of last year, kind of PTSD. But yeah, again, if you know, you know. Mark Andrews, 6 for 68, also had a touchdown as well. Fantasy owners who did not start him are raging. Rashad Bateman, I guess, was okay. Game-winning touchdown, I guess, in a way. Nelson Aguilar also had a touchdown. After that, though, Zay Flowers was kind of a non-factor because Cam Taylor was on him. Roquan Smith was good with 12 tackles, I guess. Outside of that, didn't really get to watch too much of this defense yet. Again, I've been busy, but again, I'll definitely check on him later. That's all I'll say. I just haven't really watched too much of it yet. But I will say, Ardarius Washington looked pretty good, of course. Ndamdi Matabuke. I'm just going to say Justin Matabike because that's really what it should be. Whatever, though. 5 tackles and 3 sacks. It is his best game of the season, obviously, there. And, of course, now look at the team stats. Ravens for 390 yards, 99 rushing yards. Again, they outgained them, obviously. They're, yards play were basically identical, guys. Again, for a first half, again, the Ravens offense looked really bad. It looked a lot better in the second half, which is good to see. No, back to the actual point, though. The Ravens haven't trailed by more than 7 points since I think like the start of last season. Justin Duggar, of course, missed his first extra point since Week 6 of last year when they were in London. So I don't remember the last time he lost missed an extra point in the States, even at home. So it's been a while. And obviously only 7 in his career, which tells you he's the best kicker in NFL history. With that said, though, again, Bengals fans, again, it was a tough loss. You went for the win, though, and that's, again, what type of team you guys are now. A good thing to have an identity. But yeah, you guys are now 4-6, and defensively, they're just not good enough. That's how it is for you guys. But yeah, Joe Burrow played fantastic. Ja'Marr Chase, one of the best games of his career. Not the best, though. With that said, though, that's all I got for you guys here. Hope you guys enjoyed the recap. And yeah, here's a crazy volley in the other football. And yeah, see you on early Sunday morning, of course, for that Week 10 preview.
Headed away by Gray. Goalwards, and what a goal! Yunus Akgün has stunned this